Hey everyone, Show and Kashi here at Astro Island. PixInsight just released their new version 1.9.4 and the astrophotography community is going wild, but for two main reasons. What are these reasons? Stick around and let's find out because one is good and the other maybe not so good. You'll get to decide. Okay, so we're already on the PixInsight website, and as you can see on their release notes, they've indicated we have released a new version of PixInsight 1.9.4 Lockhart. This release provides stability improvements, bug fixes, and new features on all supported operating systems. We are also releasing the first macOS ARM64 native Apple Silicon version of PixInsight. So, what exactly does this mean? At least this part. It means, therefore, that users with Mac machines or Apple Mac machines, they before had lots of complaints where there was instability and lots of bugs inside when using PixInsight on Mac machines. And at least according to this information provided by PixInsight, this should fix or at least alleviate many, if not all, of the problems that Mac users were having. And at least according to this post on by Brian Hudson on the Facebook page PixInsight for Beginners, he shares his enthusiasm. It's about time. PixInsight native on Apple Silicon M1 to M5, which is more or less some of the newer processors that come with these Apple devices. Pretty amazing that the PixInsight team keeps doing these updates without asking for more money. Truth be told, I'd be willing to pay, or at least Brian would be willing to pay. And again, we see here that he has highlighted what we just discussed. Also, if we switch back to the PixInsight release notes website, we see that they give us the installation instructions, whether you're using a Linux, a Mac, or Windows machine. In addition, they've mentioned that PixInsight will now be using a new V8 JavaScript runtime. So what this basically means, this is more or less like the backend or the coding or the system in which PixInsight was built. So they've given a significant amount of write-up, what this means in terms of better performance, image processing, data analysis, etc. So again, I'm going to put a link in the description down below where you can read the entire release notes. However, going back to this section for Linux, Mac and Windows, my take on it is when reviewing the technical specs, PixInsight has recommended to use Linux as the most reliable option versus Windows or the Mac machines. Now, again, my take on it is that ideally PixInsight should begin applying more focus on making Windows machines and Mac machines much more reliable. And I'm assuming this is what they've done. But again, remember I said there's a not so good part to it. So we'll get to that in a little bit. So ideally, Windows and Mac machines should be, moving forward should be even more reliable or even just as reliable as and robust and stable as using a Kubuntu Linux machine. All right, so if we switch back to the PixInsights page, we continue scrolling down, and as I mentioned before, they continue to provide you with some additional information on their new version, script instances and icons, updated third-party libraries, and again, they give their recommendations for Linux and this particular type of Linux. We strongly recommend running PixInsight on Kubuntu Linux with the KDME Plasma desktop environment. And they give again some further information, and they have some known problems with Windows, maybe one or two on Linux, and made with natural intelligence. And I know, I know there's this whole natural intelligence versus AI battle happening within the Astro community, and generally as well with the software community. So AI is here to stay. I'm just gonna come out straight and say it. AI is here to stay. And yes, I always say let AI be a supporting tool and not the actual tool now doing everything for you. So I would have mentioned before, yes, PixInsight has a new update, 1.9.4, at least from what I've just shown you. It's much more stable, much more reliable, bug fixes, Mac users, they get to benefit now, better performance. But let's get down to the meat of it. And let's go back now onto the PixInsight for Beginners webpage. And let's hear it straight from the horse's mouth and everyone else now that begins using PixInsight. Right? So Vincent, and I'm not gonna even attempt to pronounce the rest of his name. He gives the instructions where you can download it and reading the release notes, which is what we just did. We have the Apple users celebrating Apple Silicon. He gives further information again to download it. Now, here's where things begin to take a turn in a new direction. It's breathtaking fast. Good news, yeah. However, at least the Boneman utilities need update. RC tools are incredibly fast on Apple Silicon. That is really fun. So again, Apple users seem to be benefiting from this even more now. But let's go down even more. The scripts don't work anymore. And for those of you who use PixInsight on a regular basis or almost every single day, almost everything inside of PixInsight are scripts now. Everyone, I would assume now, uses a lot of the scripts and maybe just a few of the processes that come native with PixInsight. So let's continue. Right, some people are thanking Vincent for the job well done and to the whole team. And again, we have a couple of issues that are happening here with let's open this up. And yes, Starnet, it looks like Starnet has failed inside of PixInsight. So moving further up now, after Vincent has made his announcement, I'm assuming now everyone has begun, or not everyone, but quite a lot of people have begun installing PixInsight on their machines. And then now James has announced, read the release notes before you upgrade. It breaks the scripts until the publishers ports or rewrites them. Now, this is the interesting part. And this is just my take on it again. This is my opinion. Why would you release new software without having some sort of consultation with the script writers? Because a lot of the scripts more or less make up PixInsight in today's world. So why would you create a new version of PixInsight without maybe having some sort of consultation, testing, maybe beta versions, having users test it out to make sure everything works, and then release 1.9.4? So I guess from what's happening here, that did not occur, and now we have users giving their feedback when, as I say, the horse is already out of the stable. And as we continue scrolling further up, and maybe just an hour or two after, again from the release notes, WBP is failing, or at least there seems to be an issue with WBP, and some people saying that it is working. To diagnose, and Vincent stepped in and said to diagnosis we would need more info. Maybe you can find a problem in the log file. I've never had this issue installing PixInsight, WPP having any issues. And here we have again another Facebook user just upgraded, and RC Astro tools are not using CUDA. For me, that's a major concern because everything now runs on GPU processing. A lot of these AI tools, again, the use of AI uses a lot of GPU processing. So by not using CUDA, or at least with the new version, it's not using CUDA. That means, therefore, maybe some or all of those tools are going to run or perform extremely slow. And that is going to be extremely frustrating. And trust me, I knew exactly how that was before I upgraded my graphics card. And I have a video where I showed the process of installing a new graphics card, a CUDA enabled graphics card. And as we continue to scroll up, we see our friend here over at View into Space, Sasha Wiss. All you need to know in a video, it looks like he just released a video as well, indicating do not update PixInsight. All right, and that's about it for PixInsight for Beginners page, at least so far as of the time of creating this video. So what are the key takeaways from today? One, PixInsight just has a new version, 1.9.4, using a new runtime Java engine, version 8. They've also created some new features, or they've done some significant changes to PixInsight whereby it works or performs really well for Mac users. So that's the plus side of it. And now on the not so good side, we've seen that scripts are broken inside of PixInsight. We have some instability issues there as well. We have some of the similar or simple processes such as WBP and CUDA are now having some challenges when running inside of PixInsight. So just like Sasha, I support him where he says do not update PixInsight if you are already using PixInsight and you have quite a number of scripts installed in your system. However, if this is the first time that you're using PixInsight and you just want to test it out, just use it for the native features that come with PixInsight. And again, there's a trial version that you can use. I'd recommend going that option. Do not install any scripts until PixInsight and the developers have sorted out that issue. From what I remember, there's also some information on the release notes where they said they provided some information for the developers to port the information or to port their scripts from the old version into the new version. And again, I'm sure that's going to take a lot of work to now create or run new coding or whatever needs to be done now to bring it over into that new version of PixInsight. So again, I support Sasha where he says do not update PixInsight as of now. Maybe wait a few weeks until things have settled and then make that change. Or if you want to take that risk, back up your entire machine, install it, test it out, see if maybe it works for you. And if it doesn't, you can always revert back to the old version of or that backup that you have made on your computer system. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. Would you go ahead and take that risk installing PixInsight, or are you going to hold off just a bit? Let me know in the comments down below. As well as, what do you think about the new version of PixInsight if you have already installed it? Is it working great for you? Are you also having challenges? Let's have that conversation sparking up inside of those comment section. I want to see how you feel about PixInsight, what they're doing, if it's a good thing, if it's a not so good thing, maybe they need to do some further research. Drop your comments. I want to see some action happening down in those comment boxes. And of course, if you've enjoyed today's videos, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, you can join us over on Patreon where we have a lot of exciting stuff happening across there as well. I'm going to put links as well to my merch website where you can purchase Astro Island items customized just for you. As well as I'm going to drop some affiliate links I have now with High Point Scientific and Agena Astro. So Astro Island is growing. Astro Island is appreciative of all of the support that you've given me with everything that I've been doing just for you all. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, support Astro Island. And of course, until next time, it's not the size of the telescope that counts, it's how you use it. Bye for now. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon again at Astro Island.